people stand up. They stand up and they say, I don't like the color purple. All right, I'm making this up. And somebody says, well,
there was the case of the protester who was protesting Gaza, Mahmoud Khalil, and he was one of the first protesters that was arrested. My name is Bhavleen Sabharwal. I am joined here today with retired Judge Eileen Nadelson. Eileen and I are going to talk about the Constitution in terms of how it affects our day-to-day lives. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for inviting me.
We've been seeing a lot about freedom of speech in the news. Most recently, we've been seeing a string of arrests and possible deportations of students on college campuses that are protesting. What does the Constitution or the Bill of Rights say about that?
As lawyers, we have to see the whole scenario. But if what you're saying is happening haphazardly or randomly, that is in contravention of our Constitution. People stand up, they stand up and they say, I don't like the color purple. All right, I'm making this up. And somebody says, well, let's arrest him because he doesn't like the color purple. Everybody in this group likes purple, but he doesn't like purple. That is against the Constitution. He is allowed under our Constitution to say, I don't like the color purple. And there's nothing you can do about it. As long as he's not inciting people to do harm, he's not coming against them, physically. He's not endangering their well-being. It may be offensive to you. You don't want to hear somebody say, I like the color purple because you don't like purple. But he's allowed to say it nevertheless.
Well, there was the case of the protester who was protesting Gaza, Mahmoud Khalil, and he was one of the first protesters that was arrested, and he's being subject to possible deportation. As attorneys, we know the case law is very clear that unless you're inciting a riot
Right.
or causing some kind of harm or yelling fire in a crowded movie theater, you do have that entitlement to your First Amendment right to free speech.
Absolutely, without a doubt. Now, there are certain rules and regulations. If he's doing it on a campus and he's not a student, or he's doing it against some of the rules of the university, he has to follow the rules of the university. But assuming that he is just a citizen or a student or somebody allowed to be on the campus, now his rights are being infringed. It's against the law. And if we're doing that, we need to follow what the Constitution says, and the Constitution says he's allowed to say that.
This isn't just a legal discussion. This is about the future of democracy and justice.